Greetings everyone, my name is NinPC and I am now here in 7 Days to Die Alpha 19, the experimental build. This is version 154, the very first build that was made public. And I believe I have discovered something that should make for some interesting bases and base designs. Now this is just a start. Of course, it's nowhere near optimized, and I just kind of want to share it out there for the all the other builders out there. So like I said, I'm on the new experimental build. Who knows what's going to happen when it becomes made official. AI might be changed, some blocks might be redesigned, who knows. So I just kind of wanted to get that out there. So I've done a lot of different testings. You can see kind of some of my designs that I've been trying to work on. At first I thought the plates were kind of a key. I noticed that the zombie AI was kind of strange when interacting with the plates, but it only seemed to work on certain zombies and others just didn't care. So scrap that. But as I was kind of just messing around, I realized that when it's kind of a new feature. So when zombies fall, they now have kind of a new animation. Depending on the zombie and the height at which they fall from, they can either kind of just stumble when they fall, or they can actually ragdoll. So let's see if I can get a little bit of a test here. Let's just get a regular one. Let's see, go over here. All right. And right now the AI is turned off, so I'll show you guys exactly what they do. Except the one decided to jump. Stumble, stumble, collapse. So this is kind of what I think is going to be a key to a lot of new base builds. Get rid of them. So what can we do with that? You can take a lot of your, I guess your Alpha 18 builds and kind of just incorporate a height aspect to it. So a lot of these, we'll say, old base designs from past where you could have a zombie fall through, that kind of takes into effect when they ragdoll. So I was basically doing a lot of testing, figure out what blocks are the best, and kind of working out based on the new AI how they're going to react. So as some of you've known, the old wedge tips, they don't work anymore. The zombies or the Zeds can pretty much just walk up it. They will path up to here if given the chance. Probably go with the feral one. They will make their way up here slowly. Not perfect, but they will make their way up here. So, yeah, that no longer works. At least not as this. So, let me show you the design that I have in mind. And it is right over here. I've done quite a few different tests. So, this is the basis of it. So these wedge tips, they will be able to walk just across this. But if they fall from a height, they will actually ragdoll and fall through. So I'll give it a brief demonstration, but you do need, I have this up here kind of so you're even with the zombie height. So you can, shoot, get your experience. This one does still work without the fall. It's just not perfect. They can still fall through and, they might start attacking the pillars and your base. But with this one, I haven't really seen them do much attacking. When they ragdoll, it almost like it resets their targeting and they will then, refocus on you and go back towards you. But you need this ramp here because you basically still need a way for them to get to you. I have more of a base design over there I will show off. kind of again, this is all kind of like a concept. Feel free to make this your own, update it, upgrades. I did not do anything with electricity or barbed wire fences or any of that sort, but I will give you a warning. If you use a barbed wire fence around the edge here, it will slow them down and they might not actually ragdoll. So they might land on here and then path across. So just be careful of that. So let's get a nice little test run going. Is the AI still on? Yes, it is. All right. All right. Back to this. Let's get some Steve Farrells in here and get rid of you. And I'm gonna not fly. And let's get you guys going. There they go. Oh, but then here comes the magic part. They keep going. They go around. See, sometimes they do get delayed. I've noticed that they almost will occasionally swing once or twice. But other than that, not always. So right now I'm going to go into free cam, which is weird because normally you would have a body there to see, but technically my corpse is still there, my character. So this can give you a kind of a overhand view. Let's do that. You can see, I mean, it's not the way I designed this. Of course, I was adding and subtracting, so it doesn't look good. The one in the back will look a lot better. But yeah, this it just works. I kind of broke them already. Let's get back into my body, and I'm gonna go all the way back here. This is as back as I can go before I get to there. I accidentally did some stuff here. I haven't seen how far back I can go completely, so you might be able to go farther back, but they still path to me, so they still see this as the easiest way to get to me. Now, if this were to be patched out, it would be still quite difficult. They would have to basically remove the ragdoll animation, which even if they did, like I said, this still works. It's just not perfect. There's of course still flaws, but this does. So, oh, well, that's a first. But yeah, so you saw he got stuck and he started, beating down. Now the magic number here is 4, so it's 4 across and 4 up. So the drop is about 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the wedge tip. And the wedge tip is 4 across. Now you can do, I've done 6 on here. You can do 6. I just thought I'd rather have more length here to shoot them from than for them to drop early. Because you can see they rarely make it over to here. Occasionally they'll jump on ahead of one of their fellow Zeds and get over. But so far through all my testing, the only time they were able to make it across is if they jumped from here over. So I'll do go kill all. No, I'm still out of my body. All right, let me go over here. So if you were, like, let's say zombies were chasing you, behind you. Like, well, even when I started I got lucky that they didn't follow me. Sometimes when you jump, they might jump after you and make it across this. That's probably the only time I've seen any zombie make it across other than the spider zombie. So the spider zombie will still make it over here, but most of the time they do fall, which is surprising. It's almost like when they're going to charge to jump, but as they're charging, they fall below, and it doesn't work. And I'll run more tests for you guys on that. Just kind of going to show this off a bit. So yeah, it's each improvement. It is, it is tall here. So I was thinking, what if we kind of leveled it off a bit? So this is kind of a base design. So as you see, instead of building up, I dug down. So we're about, 3 blocks, 4 blocks. If this is, this is your floor, and about 3 blocks down. You could probably go deeper if you want. Not really necessary. But again, magic number 4 across, 4 up. I didn't test going higher than that because the zombies don't take much fall damage. It's not worth trying to get that. So 4 is basically enough for everything that you need. And again, if you're watching this and you can do your own testing, it's a pretty simple build, not too complex. Just these are wedge tips. These are just ramps, and like I said, magic number is 4. So that's pretty much all you really need to know. But even so I have here kind of like a simple base. Who knows? I'm not much of a interior designer, so the inside here is just vacant. You can kind of picture these could be, sniper towers, turret towers, however you want to do that, depending on if you're in multiplayer or single player. You could work stuff here. You can put ladders in the back to get up to them pretty easily. You can do what you want with that. You can delete them. But you can still stand back here, shoot zombies through here, throw grenades and Molotovs. Molotovs are a bit fidgety because you might end up breaking them on the edges here before they actually get below. But pipe bombs work really well. And the base doesn't take much damage. I've done more damage using pipe bombs than the zombies did. So same thing. Let's make it a little bit more daytime here. And I will show that off. So we'll get some more Steve Farrells here. You guys are still angry, aren't you? All right, come on. Now they're all gonna get stuck, aren't they? There they go. So their pathing gets a little bit weird from time to time. Like you can see they for some reason go underneath and then back out. I don't know why. It's weird. I've done a lot of testing with different blocks here, but the wedge tips seem to be the best in this direction. If you try to do them like 90 degrees sideways and do like a circle with them, they would just walk right across. A lot of times they'll actually, you can see like that, they'll get like stuck on them. And sometimes then the next zombie will land on top of them and they won't ragdoll. So then they'll just jump across. The only other block that I've seen that works is the 1/8 block. So it's an alternative. So they work as well, just not as well. So there is a possibility of them landing on top and like just getting up and walking it off. Meanwhile here when they ragdoll, they kind of just slide right off and they just keep going. As you can see, they're not taking any damage. So it's not gonna, they're just gonna continue. This is infinite until you deal with them. Now you can put dart traps here. So I did a test. They do damage when they're lying down like that. But the animation of like getting up, sometimes the darts miss a lot of the time. So it's not perfect. But you can put traps down here and blades and all that. However you want to. Just careful with demolitions because the blades do still activate their C4. So just have to be careful that I've never tested. I don't think darts still, they didn't do it in Alpha 18. I should have tested to see if they do it now. But yeah, they just keep going. All right, let's try something else here. Back in my body. All right, and of course, you try to make this as big as you want. Again, I don't know how far back you can go. So here, from the edge of the ramp, I'm only about 6 out. Here, from the edge of the ramp, I'm only about 5 out, so I could have gone another one, but I was kind of looking at it from the base of, you can put this in front of your base. So if, let's say this house was your base, you could have the front entrance be, a moat, small moat. You don't have to go all the way around because I didn't go all the way around here. Now it might change if you make your base too big, depending on the size. But so far, this right here is good. And I mean, this is a lot of room, so you can work with this as needed. And of course, it's not perfect. A lot of these blocks are just kind of leftovers from, like, originally I had the wall here, and I backed it up, and then I backed it in. So I've done a lot of changes, so some of those blocks aren't really necessary for structure integrity. So that's the gist of it. I can show you some of the other zombies in case you're skeptical. So let's get some. Get a female fat. I should probably turn off your AI. Snow. Biker. Oh, cops will still spit, so you have to be careful about that. Alright, soldier. A white. Fat Hawaiian. Spider. Is that everyone? I feel like that's most of you. Alright. See, spiders can jump. And, oh, you made it across. That's new. Usually they don't make it across. That's the first I've seen that. But that's why this is here. So if they get across, you can shoot them. Now again, like I said, I did run across. So I don't know where the spider's going. See, the white just fell there. Spider falls. So again, like I was saying, if they're following you, they might have a different response. So right now, all right, I'm gonna get rid of you because I don't need you spitting. But again, no damage, so they're not taking any damage. I'll let it run for a little bit, and then we'll see about the white go down. Once the white gets up and goes out, I will stop it and show what kind of damage there is to the structures. Now, all this damage was from pipe bombs, so there's just stone here. So, looks like somebody swung there. But that's pretty much it. Look, these didn't take any damage. None of these took any damage. Stairs took one hit. Whoop. Should probably put myself back in my body, but yeah, you get the idea. They're not swinging when they fall. They're not going crazy. So right now, this is what I got. This is it's working really well, and I'm kind of excited to try it out. And I could start, I guess, a 7-day horde and see how it runs that way. And why not? Let's test it out. Let's get a little bit more safe here, though, and I will come back with a horde. Alright, day 7. I'm gonna get out of my body again, even though my character's technically there, even though it doesn't show it. Let's see what they do. Funny how they all fall in there. Like, it's like their start. No one's attacking out here. Now, my game stage is not all that great, but it's only because I've been just doing this, so it's still running pretty well. Of course, vultures might be spitting from up top, but I'm not going to be getting any spitters anytime soon. But pretty happy with this. Of course, I could just shoot them all, through the night. I just kind of wanted to leave them running to see what, if anything, happened. So far, just the same. It looked like I had a guy that stopped around here, but he didn't swing. So, well, random one up here. Yeah, all in all, that's... You could just go AFK. But what I will say is if you were down here, if you were just hiding in here, they will stop and start digging. So you kind of have to be up here. You can even be down here. They'll still fall. You might get a jumper or two. Yeah, so as long as you're somewhere over here, you're fine. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Kind of look forward to seeing what other people can do with this. Nothing else really worked. Kind of hope to see what everyone else comes up with. But right now, this is so far really good. So hopefully they don't patch this out, because this is how I have fun. And I would hate for it to disappear. All right, well, I hope to, hope you guys enjoy this build. That's about all I have to say.